Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
Gets things running. Eder Militao cuts it out. Brahim Diaz. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. That's a cute ball. He's overhit it, and it's out of play. Vinícius Júnior thinks one through. Defending of the desperate variety.
Yeah, I can see how the movement of those players up top, Peter, can cause some real problems for this defence.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Jim, actually.
Yeah, it's all about the changing of roles, dropping deeper into midfield, and all designed to confuse defenders.
And it's Valverde. Vinícius Júnior. Alexander-Arnold, who's set up one goal so far. And here's Mbappé. Gets good distance on it. That's been won straight back. Is there another chance? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Brahim Diaz. And here's Mbappé. Vinícius Júnior! Mbappé. Nicely intercepted. Vitinha, back when it goes. Shot, surely! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Valverde. And it's Vitinha. Alexander-Arnold picks it up now. Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Vinícius Júnior. Vitinha. Vitinha! He's got a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very...
There's the end of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A two-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And we're off again. Aim forwards. And here's Mbappé. Lovely. Now Vinícius Júnior! That's really well manoeuvred. Vitinha. Bellingham. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. So what can they make of this? He can run onto that. He is through here. That defender was unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bellingham. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vinícius Júnior. And that's a good ball. Chance for a shot! Moved on forwards. Could move up a gear here. And it's played forward. And that has been clubbed away. Great ball if he can get there. Shoots! That's going to go a long way. And the counter is on. Mbappé! Mbappé, and he's certainly onside here. Deftly away. Have it back and can go again. Oh, good spread. Looks to the other side. Knocks it out wide. Cross goes in there. And out it comes again.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he is going into that little black book. Eder Militao. Bellingham! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Bellingham really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Now that's well seen too. Bellingham. Endrick! Endrick! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And time is up. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it's just a case of reality striking, Peter. One side, through their quality, almost obliged to win it. And like in 99% of cases, this is what happened.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish... what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Everybody standing for the national anthem of the Netherlands. Well, they have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem. Now to match it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Francisco Conceição. Ramos. Rafael Leao. Shot a goal! He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. That has been cut short. João Neves. Marlon. Robbie. Now it's Gakpo. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Vega. Rafael Leao. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Botman. He's going to be disappointed with that. Vega. João Cancelo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Timber, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. The Netherlands going wide appreciably more than they had been.
Yeah, they're just making more of the increased time on the ball there and asking some interesting questions too, whether it's bringing someone into play or drifting inside. Good movement.
Gakpo, back when it goes. Marlon! Goal, the Netherlands!
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Gonzalo Ramos! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Over to the left. That's a nicely weighted pass. And he's running through. Robbie! They've played it short. Conceição does really well to win the ball there. Vega is there, and he can get that clear. Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz plowing through the middle. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Robe. The Netherlands have a free kick. He's having a go. Gakpo could try cutting in. Oh, what a climb! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
João Cancelo. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Gakpo. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the action is back on the way.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Rafael Leao. That's a good... Can he finish? Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Muscular approach does pay off here. And here's Xavi Simons. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
The Netherlands are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Brilliantly cut out. Now it's Brobbey. Oh, perfectly measured that. Gakpo. It's a great Brobbey! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Bruno Fernandes. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Verbruggen gets good distance on it. Marlon. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. João Neves is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
João Felix was steaming forward. And it's played forward. Reinders. And it's lofted through here. That's the keeper's ball. Rafael Leao. That's a clever-looking ball. Calmly anticipates. João Neves. He's having a shot! And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Vitinha puts them all in. Play towards the front line. And it's Simons. Simons. There are a few waiting for it. Takes a shot! Yes! And they are cruising away. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. The Netherlands find a position of real strength now. And here's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Pedro Neto. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. And here's João Felix. Danger averted for now. So that's it. It is all over. Portugal suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Portugal simply forgotten to turn up with an attack, Peter.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And we rise now for the English national anthem. They have thrown down the gauntlet with that anthem. Now to match it. Think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, here's someone I really like the look of in Ruben Dias. A proper defender. Someone who does the simple things well. Very well, in fact, and he rarely makes mistakes. A bit of a throwback to some of the defenders I played with back in the day. A good leader, too.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. We have already started here. Great defending, strong and determined. Garner. And it's Manu. Ruben Dias gets over and intercepts. Nuno Mendes. Gonçalo Inácio. João Mario. João Felix. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. João Felix. It's run loose here. Rafael Leao does really well to win the ball there. Rafael Leao.
England, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Tomori. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Manu forwards and with intent. Saka. Rice. Succumbs to the pressure. João Felix. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Referee's given a throw. Rice. Now it's Kane. Kane tries to think it through. Now it's Rice. That's a good foot in there. That'll be a throw. João Felix. Rafael Leao. Colwell.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Garner shifted upfield. And here's Kane. Greenwood. Gray. Oh, it's played into the area. Good take, and it's Kane! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Kane clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Gray. And it's Garner. Now it's Rice. Fired deep towards the back post. João Neves. João Neves, gently done. Colwell wins the duel this time. Oh, that's a nice ball. Now it's Saka. Saka. Saka, and he's gone backward here. Lewis Skelly. Oh, that's nice. And here's Saka. Saka! Goal, England! A goal at a really telling moment. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the...
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. And if the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. João Felix. Pedro Neto. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Saves! No mistake! Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Pickford sends that a long way. Colwill. Tomori. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Gray. Quarter of an hour into the second half. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Pickford gets good distance on it. Lewis Skelly. Saka. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ooh, delicate chip through.
It's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. João Felix, aim forwards. Tomori. Rice. Lewis Skelly. That's really well manoeuvred. He's in plenty of space here. And it's Lewis Skelly. Saka.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It's a pretty loose pass. England have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Tomori. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Gehi. Rice. Gehi. Rice. Now it's Saka.
England nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Now it's Ramos. Now it's Rafa Silva. He came in hard, very hard. Now it's Gallagher. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
The perfect setting, the perfect atmosphere. It feels like a big game. It sounds like a big game. The focus now on the players as they seek to get their team off to the ideal start. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So a strong start, essential for both teams here as they look to head towards the knockout stage.
Yeah, and it's obvious, Peter, you don't want to be playing catch-up after the opening group game. So we can expect this to be highly competitive. 3 points here and the feel-good factor of eventual progression kicks in. It's a great foundation to tackle the rest of the group games.
The action has already started. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think you're going to have to go a very long way to find a better all-round midfielder than Fede Valverde. He's got the engine to do all the covering, but he's a lot more than that. He's got the strength, the tackling ability, good composure on the ball and balance in his game. So
He's having a shot!
yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
And it's played forward. Could try cutting inside here. Hit into the middle. Great defending, strong and determined. So we're still where we started right now. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, good ball! Decent chance! Do have a chance to counter here. And here's Mbappé. Oh, shooting chance! Alexander-Arnold does really well to win the ball there. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham! And for a moment, time stood still. Here's Hendrick. Cross goes in, shapes to shoot! Mbappé is flagged offside. He's in plenty of space here. Mendes can get it clear. Moved on forwards. Hendrick going full tilt down the left. Now this could be it. There's the shot! Oh, they could be caught out here. Hendrick. Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head towards the penalty area.
Yeah, they've got plenty targets awaiting, so they'll be looking to get on the end of anything that gets played into the box.
Now it's Hendrick. He's had a shot! And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Hostilities have resumed at the start. And the shots! Wonderful!
Surprise, surprise. Who else? The ideal time and the ideal man to do it. This is going to liven up the second half.
And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter. Dorrington, well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Vitinha. Bellingham. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Clipped into space. Oh, nicely intercepted. Eder Militao. Vitinha forwards and with intent. Mbappé clears it away. Plenty waiting in the middle. And it's Mendes. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. That's really well manoeuvred. Eder Militao wins the duel this time. And reclaimed it in a trice. Bellingham. Might be danger here. Great chance! Oh, that should have been two.
Hussein really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
That's a nice ball. Nice control. Proves too strong.
Aberdeen really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Dorrington shifted upfield. Aim forwards. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Rodrigo. And here's Pedro. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a smooth start, and one which, at least results-wise, could not have been better. That'll do very nicely. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Listen, ideally, any new campaign needs a start that puts 3 points on the board, and it's mission accomplished. Nothing too fancy was required, just a good, solid team display for me.
So hello and welcome to what has turned out to be a truly gorgeous afternoon. The sun beaming down on the stands and broad beaming smiles all around us. The mood has soared, and so indeed has the expectation of both teams. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Both teams still unbeaten, very early in the season, though. Nuno Mendes. That's an excellent interception. And he's picked out the run. Valverde. Vinícius Júnior. Nuno Mendes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vitinha. Still goalless. It's Bellingham! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
He's there to hit it! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's a mighty effort! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're up in the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Really well manoeuvred. Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
Gets good distance on it. Played it early. That is a brilliant interception. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Aim forwards. That's a cute ball. Nuno Mendes. Moved on forwards. Bellingham. And here's Mbappé. And the finish!
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And it's played forward. Oh, well measured. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Vitinha is pulled him up for that challenge. Moved on forwards. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal. This is gone, that's a foul. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Alexander-Arnold with a real chance here. Vitinha! Oh, it's hit the post! Alexander-Arnold. Chance for a shot! It's a loose ball. A chance to play it in. Vitinha. Valverde. He's well positioned. Vinícius Júnior! Driven forward, Eder Militao gets over and intercepts. Alexander-Arnold shifted upfield. Mbappé was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
That's really well manoeuvred. Vitinha. Nice interception, well timed. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Herzog is the guilty party there. Vinícius Júnior. He's Vinícius Júnior! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Valverde. Muscular approach does pay off here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Bellingham aimed forwards. Calmly anticipates.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Played right into his path.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, that's well seen too.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. just about done here. And here's Bellingham. Great chance! And that's caused a worry or two. Oh, smashing header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was close. Both sides play.